I will, I'll take that into consideration and see what I can do. Is that okay?
Yes.
The private health is serving a lot of people, a lot of homes, and a lot of substandard homes. We have a portion of the people living in it. So that's what we'll do. You guys can see it.
Yeah. Well, like for one thing I want to do is, by state law, judging for this year, like we served with the council, a carbon monoxide detector has to be in each home. So I want to have our own, elder home repair person in there installing that so we can look around, see maybe railing or ramps or steps or whatever might be needed to be, repaired, yes. Yes. Yeah, it's, and we want to make sure the human contact is there with our people too. We want them to be not being isolated.
That's part of my job that I'll be doing too, is the information assistance program coordinator. I'll be wanting to find out, I'll be going to the homes, I'll be assessing their needs, finding out what their needs are, and going after the assistance that they need. So that's how we need to all work together. And so I'll be in the field office, but I will be doing home visits. I'll be working with the people that are already in the field, because that's what we need to do. That's the only way we'll be able to get in there and help the people that really need the help. And there are a lot of them that we don't even know about. So that's our goal.
I wanted to know, do you have if the tribe has any tribal elders that live at Mastic at that home, that assistance living home? I want to know if we have any up there.
What was the question? Was that about assisted living?
The assisted living in Massac is being shut down. We want to do it in tribal members. I don't think so.
Because they're closing that facility like March, 15th March. And I just wanted to know if we have any tribal elders that live in up there.
I haven't heard anything. I'll find out because they're meeting.
Yes.
Is that something we can check on?
Yes, absolutely. We'll check into this.
Well, thank you guys for coming and presenting. If there's any other questions, we just move on to the next one.
I think, Tim, if we get our language back, we get our respect for ourselves back. I mean, that's important, that we respect everybody, you know, if we start doing our language and stuff. I think that's a great need of our people and culture.
All the parties are getting together to really get together and find out how we can take advantage of every opportunity out there to revitalize our language. And this program here, Taking the Youth, it's a real simple program. The youth, you know, they're so open and they're so willing to learn. And, you know, to me, that's really, you know, I can really see progress there with the kids. And I know, like myself, it's kind of hard for me to rewrite some of these things, but man, these kids are just picking up on it. So I'm really proud of what these guys are doing with the program and the youth there. And I can't wait to see those kids, you know, at our age, you know, with the politics and dealing with everybody. It's gonna be a huge change to our community. It's gonna be a huge change to, you know, the way that the way we operate. So I really look forward to these kids in the next, how many more years, 10 years, 20 years now, we're gonna see some really positive change. And we just need to keep moving, keep supporting that effort. You know, we don't have very many language speakers any left. We're an endangered species here. I don't know how many people here can speak the language fluently. Is there anybody here in this room? That's how endangered this is.
Pointed that out.
You know, how many people have Indian names? That's how endangered this is. That's why it's important. When the federal government, you know, my grandparents always told me one day they're going to ask you, what makes you separate from every other nation out there? You know, what, you you starting to look like, you know, maybe you look like you're, you know, like me, yeah, they think I look like I'm Samoan. You know, what makes you different from another United States citizen? If I don't speak the language, and I can't tell, and I can't revert, you know, some of our cultural history, our cultural relevance, they're gonna say, you're not Indian. How do I know you're Indian? They already did that with our bones. They took our bones, and they're trying to say that those are not Indian bones. And that was that case down there, the Kennewick man. They did that with their bones. They're already saying that they don't think that was Indian. So they're going to do that with us too. So it's very important, you know, that our people are still maintaining that cultural relevance with the language, because that's our identity. So I'm very proud, and I'm glad these guys are taking the effort. It's been a lot of volunteer work, and it's been a lot of extra time. And as you can see, some of these kids, I mean, they're just talking and they're understanding just as simple as possible. And it's, you know, it's happening in other places too. And us as council, all our responsibility is to help feed it, let it grow. But it's going to be our community that has to get involved too. Very important that our community starts getting involved, learning the language, getting our kids to these programs and learning. It's going to be a big turnaround that we all got to support.
Yeah, John is
And us.
John has challenged
Yeah.
us all, so we.
And it's a matter of making it's taking that commitment and doing it. And Ted said they got classes starting on Sunday. Sunday from 3 to 5. It's open to everybody. I hope we get to see a lot more people up there. I attended one last week. I think I missed last week, the week before. I attended one, and I hope to be able to attend a couple more and learn a little bit at a time. Just one word a week. It'll be an amazing change with you. And we're trying to get the language into everybody's view, get them talking it. As you see, we started our day out with a prayer in India, and we've kind of been doing that go along, trying to keep that momentum and try to take advantage of our language, our speakers as we can. And we're losing a lot of them. We're losing a lot of our fluent speakers. It's very scary because they hold not only do they speak, but they hold the culture behind the language. And that's what's really scary for me when we lose that. So it's very important we get some youth people get in there, learning from these guys, and get our boat turned around. So thank you guys. He's got a dance to go to, Lim Lim. And then the crew, let you guys. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next agenda item here, which is I'm really excited about this. I'm going to let you guys showcase what I want to tell you about. But it's our Tribal Tribune. Spirit, you want to lead on this?
Hi everybody, I'm Spirit Peoples, Media Services Manager.
Speak up.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
I have a cold, so I can barely talk, so I'll do my best. This is my loudest voice here. But I'm Spirit Peoples, I'm the Media Services Manager for the Cabo Tribes, and this is Justice Caudell. He's our layout editor for the Cabo Tribes. And we have Ben State, he's a webmaster. And he's the guy behind all this hard work here. So. Our goal for the Media Services Office is to utilize the upcoming high-speed fiber that's coming in. And so what our goal is to save the tribe money and get the news out a little faster to the membership. So we're transitioning into an online weekly paper with a newsletter that'll go out every Friday. And then monthly we'll still publish a shorter edition of the Tribal Tribune that all the members will receive once a month at the end of the month, kind of like they do now. So our goal is to try and get the news, the tribal news, to the membership on a weekly basis, and hopefully as we get better at it, we'll be able to post events daily as they happen, so.
But you're assuming that everybody is computer literate.
Well, what we're hoping is, we're hoping to get ahead of the high-speed fiber that's coming in, so we won't completely transition away from the newspaper for a couple of years, but we want to take advantage of the technology that's there to reach all the members that we can sooner. So that's why we're still publishing the monthly paper at the end of the month.
And everything that's published here on the website will be published in the newspaper. And also we have a weekly newsletter that's going to be distributed, and we started last week. It's distributed at each community center on Friday evening, early evening, when people we can get there after work. So 5 o'clock, I think it shows up here in Omak about 5 or 5:30. And in that newsletter, we have the majority of the news that's on the website. To save in printing costs, we're not printing advertisements or
Yeah, the monthly paper that goes out won't be the exact same that you're used to seeing. It won't have the advertising or like the birthdays and some of the other stuff, just because the cost of paper is going up. And I don't know if you noticed, the paper size shrunk from the last couple issues. So the paper size shrunk, and then they're charging us more for the paper. So, you know, the costs just keep rising, and so we're trying to find ways to still get the membership, the news, without our budget keep increasing. So
another, I mean, a lot of folks tonight have talked about transparency, and with this council wanting a lot of transparency. We've received a lot of support from the council because we're a real hub for communication between the council and the membership. And so, like at the top of our screen here, we have on our menu bar here, we have council briefs, and under that we have each councilman. And so they can send to us their council briefs, their write-ups for the week or for bi-weekly, monthly, what it's up to them how much they write. And in that, the membership gets access to the council and gets more updates on what they're doing. And also, it's available on your iPhone, it's mobile, so there's a lot more available.
yeah, so another part of our goal was to use this as to increase our advertising revenue. So with our monthly paper, we had a hard time with advertisers. The smaller businesses want to advertise once a month because they couldn't, you know, they don't know when their next sale's coming, you know, that far in advance. They might be a week out. And so what we're hoping is that we're able to have them, you know, advertise weekly with us on here and increase our revenue that way, since we're able to, you know, offer it to them at that, you know, weekly or monthly, however they decide to advertise with us. So
How much do you charge for a certain section of your website there
how much do we charge?
for advertisement?
We're kind of still, we've only been online for a couple of weeks, so we're still working on a couple deals with some of the larger car dealerships and that for, you know, for
The reason I'm asking, I want to know if tribal members get a break on cost.
oh, like this, like those, like that ad there would probably be the one that says advertise here. That one would be about $25 a week.
I remember when you guys first brought this up, I wrote a book and I got CDs and DVDs, and so I'm probably going to be coming in to talk to you guys for too long to advertise my stuff on there.
Yeah, and so what we're doing, we're hoping with the technology too, is that people are able to log on here, you know, check out our rates, you know, give us all their advertising information, pay for it online, and then, you know, we just put the ad up. So
That's why I'm asking, because I knew that that's basically where you would go with that, because it's a lot faster and
yeah, we
it's...
have a lot of that stuff ready to go. We're just waiting for to have another meeting with our IT director to set our rates before we took those pages up. But, yeah. So hopefully with this, you know, I don't know how many people have read the article and then logged on here, but getting quite a few people register each day. So,
I think when Ben was at the bottom of the page, we have a tally. It says you're a visitor number 6,634. So that's how many people have actually touched our website.
that's in 2
and come
weeks,
to us.
so.
And so the majority of that has actually been since last Friday. I think last Friday we were on like 2,000.
So do you have to register to access content on this page?
Well, you just sign in with the username and password, and what that does is it allows us to, we're gonna develop a email list, so when we do publish like a news event or something, we can broadcast that to everybody who submitted an email to us and let us know that, you know, we just posted this news event, check it out. So, yeah, it just increases the communication back and forth.
And to get to the site, you just type in Tribal Tribune.
The Tribal Tribune.
The Tribal Tribune. Is there a link on the tribe's webpage? Yes.
Yeah, on the, when you go to the CaldwellTribes.com, the news break that pops up, I think we're the top or the second highest article on there. You just click on that link and that shoots you right over. And we're beginning to network as well to the tribal website. You saw the HR advertisement at the top. And if you click on that, that will immediately take you to the tribal website jobs. And we're as Mary kind of alluded to, we're kind of at the crawl stage right now. We're learning what we're capable of and what the website's capable of. And then we're hoping to walk, and then eventually, I think someone said this during one of our presentations to council, we'll crawl, walk, run sort of thing. And so we're kind of crawling right now and seeing what we're capable of, and then we hope to expand as we develop.
Who regulates your censorship?
It's the same censorship that would be for the Tribal Tribune. So really, there's no censorship. It's just we edit for libel and slander, and that's it. So really, there's no censorship. But
Everything you put on it, you become the truth, and if I haven't,
yep.
online.
So people can shoot comments on there, but the comments would be considered like a letter to the editor, so they'll be reviewed before they're posted. But on the bottom of each letter, you can like it or add it to your Facebook or even comment on it at the bottom. But that comment will come to us, and then we'll review it and then post it. So, but we're hoping to get more interaction with the membership. With the birthdays, there'll be a forum where you can just log in and post your birthday, greetings, or whatever you have for your family right onto the website. So any community events or anything, you can fill out the form, send it to us, and get it posted right away. So that's our main goal, is to just keep the communication and the information current.
Yeah, I got relatives down in California and Arizona in that area, and they're already real pleased because they've been griping for years. They want to see what was going on up here, and now they're online and they really like it. So
it was amazing. We installed so on the back side of the site, on our side that we just used to manage the site, we installed what's called Google Analytics, and it tracks where users are from and stuff, and who's hitting your site, just so we know. And we've got we had almost 50 hits from Alaska in the last week, and I think we had one from India or something. Who knows how they got it? I mean, really, it's amazing who accesses our site, who's concerned.
that's some of our foreign employees.
So can you access archives like what you wrote in it before?
What's that?
Can you access like the old stuff? Archives?
No. We'll work on that, but for now, all that'll be archived are the articles that started currently. We do have a lot of the old ones in PDF format, but we need to try and get the size shrunk down, so some of them are like 60 megabytes for one newspaper, so if you're on dial-up or you got low speeds, but hopefully once the high fiber comes in by next summertime, to these local communities, that'll be a feature that we can have then.
Okay.
But it's something we're working on.
I just wanted to state again that the regular Tribal Tribune will probably never go away. We have a lot of our elder folks that are probably never, that get on the computer or stuff like that. But we're gonna try to transition everybody that we can over to this system because it's in real time. We have a good capability to get the information to you guys as soon as it happens. In the Tribune, it's always a month behind, and we have very limited advertising space. We realize that. So we've been working towards this for almost, it seems like a year and a half now. So we had to get some of the basic internet structure set up first, and now we got capacity. We got some people that we have to help us design it and get it moving. And so now you're seeing the results of that. Hopefully it'll be a main source of communication for a lot of people that can start looking at it, and we'll be able to go more in depth. We talked about adding some videos to it, and that when we start doing the video kind of stuff, we can start talking to you guys. Maybe even this district meeting, if we got it up, we could actually be showing these district meetings on this Tribune as an insert. So there's a lot of power in this because we're going to be getting access to everybody. Right now, like I said when we first started, you guys can go into chambers, go in the office, you can call us on a cell phone, you can come to our houses, see us in Walmart. Now we get to see the Tribune, and you can see an online Tribune. It's true, it's getting closer to transparency as we possibly can get, and it's going to be a lot on our part to get the information to you guys, and actually what we're trying to do too is get some of our programs to update to this thing. Because I don't know if you've seen it, but my writing skills and stuff are not that well. but there are some very smart people in our programs that are really good at doing this, and they can be updating to this website and getting the information out just as well. So I think it's going to revolutionize the way that we do things. Social media is our future, and we're also trying to connect to people that are not accessible here. A lot of information we share. Everybody can come, like I said, come to the chambers and in our district meetings, but those people that are off-site, off reservation, Spokane, Yakima, Anchorage, India, wherever, now those guys are going to have instant access to us, and they're going to start seeing things in real time. A lot of people are utilizing Facebook, but Facebook can be manipulated, and people can say whatever they want, and it gets crazy if there's nobody regulating it or moving it along, or people can. Facebook's crazy. So when you have something like this, we can show you guys real stuff that we're doing in real time, and hopefully it'll be a valuable tool for us to get the word out to you guys. And like you said, it's in development stage. We're going to learn how to. We're going to be crawling for a while. It's a huge learning curve for us to get video on there. It's going to be a learning curve for us to get articles in there for you guys. So hopefully it'll be the main source of information for you guys. So when we come to these district meetings, you guys are going to be going, I already heard that. You guys said that 3 weeks ago. What else is new?
Do you have any questions with this?
Yeah, we'll have some more in the future. Because I get calls from relatives and everything about how these guys doing these things, and like he's saying, our system's going to grow and there's going to be updates all the time. So
hopefully what we're planning on is we're going to do this for about a month, and then we'll start trying to post a request on here for tribal members that prefer this as their news source to unsubscribe from the newsprint edition, so we can start decreasing our printing and postage that way. So
you get a lot more input too now. Information is going to really roll over.
That's a big step.
So we're getting on there like that, so basically the whole world is going to be knowing what you're saying.
Scary, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, saying
Yeah.
We're talking about this disparity where the board against the state or whatever's going on. They're going to know your business before the people do.
that's something that we're gonna have to learn. There's a lot of business information that we're sharing, like in this meeting, you know, talking about our struggles with the state and how we're trying to, you know, potentially get involved with that Odessa project and, you know, slow it down or whatever. That stuff, if that gets out to the state and it's coming directly from my words, it can be really used against you, you know, in those circumstances, and it can really push some things over the edge for some of those folks. So it is going to be a learning curve for all of us. We're going to have to learn how to work with it and, you know, be able to share information, but, you know, maybe not everything that, you know, we possibly can.
Yeah, and with this, a lot of times it seems like the tribe is always doing like damage control with articles in the Chronicle or this and that. So with this, we'll be able to get our story out right away rather than hearing something misprinted in the Chronicle and trying to go back and, you know, trying to correct it. So that's one of our goals about trying to, you know, get that information out today instead of,
But you bring up a really good point, though. I mean, the things that go out there, we have to make sure it's stuff that we're ready to share. We have to make sure the information is correct, ready to share, we're gonna go with it. So we've got the beginnings of a really good team that understand all those issues. So I think we've got a really good foundation going forward. And one of our new attorneys, she worked doing a lot of PR work in environmental and water law. So she's really good. So she's another important piece to that.
Well, I've already talked to your people there the other day. They helped when I come in, but they're pretty up on copyright information. I think that kind of, you guys are covered under that, aren't you? Under copyright law. So if any proprietary information goes through, routed through your system,
well, as soon
then
as it's mailed out with our permit on it, it's
yeah,
our
that's the point I'm trying to make.
Is that? You have a question?
We've kind of witnessed some of that stuff too with the Chronicle. I mean, even our own, you know, the old Tribune. I mean, anybody could have took our old Tribune and, you know, took a picture of it, photocopied it, and then put it on the web and gave it to everybody. So the information has always been really accessible to everybody any given time. So, and it probably has been used against us before. But, you know, when they sign up for this site, that's a little protection there. You're going to make sure that you have, you know, people that are legitimate people sign up for it. And that'd be another way to control some of the content, but we're not going to be able to control it all. So.
Yeah, I seen an article in the paper with the concern our tribe and elect
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you have to be no comment, especially with, you know, sensitive stuff that's you know, that they want to report on, and they'll ask it, you know, 5 or 6 different ways. You know, what about, you know, sorry, no comment. You can't, you know, it's not for public right now. You know, and it especially with regard to our rights. I mean, we have to make sure that we're protected before that gets out. So.
Yeah, I think it's our rights are really important. Like we don't have to wear seatbelts and stuff. It ain't that we shouldn't wear them, it's just that we have the right to enforce it ourselves. I hate anything about doing up our rights. Whatever problem it is. That's what we take to do it all the time.
Well, with that, if you guys have any other questions on this, we can move on to the next presentation.
We are proud of these young people.
Thank you, guys. All right, who we got next? Jason Palmer with Tribal Transportation.
Big money guy.
Okay,
So it's gonna take me a couple minutes to get set up, so if you need to stand up and stretch, drop some coffee.
More soup over there, more fire bread.
Quick bugger all. All right.
I'll just start keeping off and buy
Wanted to start advertising, we should just go with our.
I've got to be on the damn trees.
Yeah, that copyright stuff is very tricky sometimes.
It's not that complicated.
No, it's not.
Once you get in the like you guys, I'm going, like a guy like me, who's like, once in a while, or writes a small book or a free one. CD, and that's where I run into the problem, and that's the guy, you saw my material. You can do it, right, or I'm not deciding, but you're not anyone better than change the whole guy in there.
A lot of the copyright issues, logos, and things like that, that's what this first time it was published, so if you have a date, right, it was published then, establish your rights. So the same with any article, that copyright.
Now that I told you that, I went back and got it, and else right on the computer, like, you can find a place to find it, you can read it, that really helped me. I'll do
Oh.